in 2021. For those of you who were watching my channel last year, you should recognize my katana that I got for Christmas in the wakizashi with the same guard, Musashi style guards, to make a set. Although the scabbards don't match, I can take the scabbard off the dollar katana I bought and put it on the more expensive katana and have a black scabbard. But there's the dollar katana saya, and yet, oh, the Musashi can go in it. So they can go back in black as a set if needed. But then I came across these pictures, and guess what? Seeing that picture of dear old Musashi, or whoever it is, my barefoot's in the way. So, I thought, well, should I use a wakizashi? He wasn't in those pictures. So let us for a moment remove said wakizashi and say Merry Christmas, because this was present number 1 under the tree this year. And what could it be? Well, it's a Ryumon. That's a brand, not a thing. What does this stuff mean? No idea. So, I can't tell you. But I can show you that, oh look, it's a matching little scabbard. Or saya, if you will. So, let's take a closer look at this Tanto. Okay, so we have the Tanto. And remove the Tanto scabbard with the sharp pointy tip that looks kind of obscene when you hold it without knowing what it is. Okay, so we see that this blade on this Ryumon, there we go. Let me clean it a little bit, but you can see the pattern in the blade. Yes, it is a pattern welded blade. Yay! It has a non-Musashi style guard, but sort of looks like a ring in shape. It is actually a dragon, but it has that sort of double ring look, so it sort of matches in that sense to the double ring of the Musashi guard. And we have a Mitsudome, which was a little discolored right here. You can see it's kind of white looking. I don't know what happened to it on the metal in shipping, but I've added a little bit of fingernail polish black to it, which kind of evened the color out, but it was really white on this side for some reason, so I don't know what that was all about. But there we have now a Tanto to be the pair with the katana also, not just the wakizashi. So we can do it with a longer offhand weapon or a shorter and be happy either way. We can take a look at the, what are those things called? Makugi? No, Makugi pen? I don't remember. Decorative hand thing. I don't remember I always can remember Japanese terms when I'm talking about it unless I have my camera on. There's the dragon. Yeah. So I just thought that was kind of a cool little one. And although there's a real weird thing on Cultivatina with this now, in that when I ordered it, it was $59.99. And there's a one that's just like it they have that's with a black scabbard for $59.99. I ordered mine. It comes, and now the red one only is $99.99, and the black one is still $59.99. I do not know what's up with that, but I asked Cultivatina today to check into that in case it's an error. But it did come with a nice box, although I think the $59 price is better than the $99. Moving on. I do like red scabbards, by the way. It is an inexpensive Musha, which sounds more like a food product than a sword, but a Musha blind swordsman sword. I'm not going to say that Z word, Zatawichi or whatever it is. I don't know how to say it. So it's a 1045 blade, not great, but like I said, it's a project sword to make into something else. And what will it be? Woo! This, the Korean Jikdo. Now, going back from the Jikdo, we see that the major difference between this and the Jikdo is, well, this handle's a bit thicker, but we don't have a butt plate, and we don't have that minuscule little Suba up here. But I have found some Suba of minuscule size online that I'm going to use, and then I'm not sure what I'm going to use for the butt cap there, because the handle is actually, if you look at it, compared to a katana, yeah, katana butt cap is just as wide as that handle, meaning that if I took the one off something like a Tachi and tried to put it on there, the handle would actually be too big for it, probably. So, have to work on that. But other than that, I thought it looked a lot alike. And this one was also $59.99, whereas the Jikdo was, what, 100 and something? So, yeah, I think so. So let me show you the fake-ass Haman on this beauty. 1 second, please. That wire-brushed goodness. I'm being sarcastic. Okay, so one thing interesting about a blind swordsman sword, because that's what he is, one, you cannot look to see which way the edge is, and two, you can't tell by the handle necessarily. But they've done two nifty things to help with that. First off is these grooves, which only appear on one side, yes. So when you're holding it in your right hand, these will be like this. And you can feel with your thumb that that's where they are. The other thing, which I had never even noticed before, is the fact that this handle is not an oval. If you actually look at it, yeah, it's a teardrop, meaning that the edge right now is down, now the edge is up. And you can actually feel by that handle the direction of the edge. And I don't know why that never occurred to me. I could do that with a straight-bladed single-edged sword, but I never have. It's like an axe handle. But this is basically meant to be handled two-handed. So one-handed, yeah, it feels like a Viking sword. It's hefty. But in two hands, not so bad. I don't know how far the tang goes down. It sounds like when I hit the handle that it's at least to about here, probably all the way. Silly me, I forgot to say where it balances at, and that would be about there. About there far out, if that helps you. Grip's about 12 inches, so pretty far out. Like I said, it's kind of hefty despite all the tapering of it. But still, it's pretty solid feeling, and it's 1045, which will do well enough for light testing. And it's mostly, like I said, mostly a project to make the Korean sword. It's not so much going to be one of my heavy use swords. So I think at 1045 it does well enough, and will look swell. But that is Christmas in a nutshell. Hilson, and good day, folks.